Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to our new blog of e-learners technology. So from this blog we are starting a new video series parallel with the web application VAPT, but in this video series we will discuss interesting topics related to like infrastructure vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. Infrastructure vulnerability assessment and penetration testing content are already present on our website, which is a blog.e-learners technologies, and also I have added this particular link of that particular blog in description, and the link is present in the video description. As I already mentioned, we have demonstrated how attack in this particular infrastructure and vulnerability assessment and penetration testing blog. What we are doing, we are basically demonstrating how attacker can use misconfiguration, how attacker can exploit vulnerabilities, how attacker sniff the network traffic, and many more in these particular series. Let's start with the first vlog of infrastructure vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, which we explain how the first log is related to how to set up our own infrastructure lab to perform infrastructure VAPT or vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. Basically what we are doing, like we are doing this for a learning purpose, and this blog is for educational purpose. So what we are doing, we are setting our own lab, or we are setting our own infrastructure in which we will perform all the attacks, all the demonstrate how different types of attacks we can perform basically. So to do that thing, I will quickly jump into how we have set up this one. So you can also try with the same, or you can try with the VirtualBox separately. So what we have done basically in this blog, I am showing to you. This blog is the infrastructure penetration testing lab setup. For creating IT infrastructure, we have installed different operating system for different purposes and fulfill the different requirement in a VirtualBox environment. First, we have installed Kali Linux as a main operating system. Okay, so in this particular vlog, what we are demonstrating, like what we have done is, first as a base machine OS, we have set up a Kali Linux itself. So that's not mandatory, you can set up in the VirtualBox also, but point is to I want to highlight here is you have to like approximately 12 GB RAM or 16 GB. That will be best because it will go your smooth process. At least 8 to 10 GB minimum requirement is there, because that when we are running multiple OS, that it will consume the multiple RAMs and processes and all. So better to like the system will not hang or that, to better more RAM or more processes, better way. So what we have done, we have created a Linux machine, because I was thinking like if we create a Linux machine, that will be very light. On that Linux machine itself, I installed the VirtualBox machine. Okay, so VirtualBox software on the Linux, which is a Kali Linux basically. So now what we have done, we have installed Kali Linux as a base machine, then Windows 7, which is this particular machine in a VirtualBox. Ubuntu OS also in a VirtualBox. VyOS is a network OS. Basically it will use as a, I can say, for a network concept. I will explain you later, but currently you can understand like VyOS we have used here. This is a network OS, and we use here to demonstrate network related attack like SNMP related or router related concept will become. Tribox is a Tribox voice server is also one very popular, like if you heard about VoIP, voice over internet protocol, means like in a corporate, I can give you an example. In a corporates, basically what we have done, we have a on desk telephone, so that is connected with the internet. So what we have to do, like we have to call from one desk to other desk, one employee to other employee. So we will use the VoIP protocol. Through that we have contact to other person, or also not only in the same organization, outside organization also we can use it to call to the other, like to join the meetings, to call to the other person, like that. We have to use a different extension according to that. If you have used, so you know I have used in my past company and I have experienced it, so that I know that thing. Okay, now after doing all this installation of the operating system, I am not going to show you one by one how to install that. That is already available internet, so I will not give you how to install that one. That is already available, so you can follow that one steps and install this basically machines and all. But you can check out our blog, okay, to see step by step how the things are there. Okay, now means to say how we have followed that basically. So now the VirtualBox will be provide a platform basically. Now we have a platform is ready to install different operating system on a main operating system. What we have done, less memory uses. What is the benefit basically I am explaining here, like it will help to memory uses will be less, network connectivity will be easy, no extra core hardware requirement or on the other operating system such as a Kali, because we have installed everything on a VirtualBox, so there is no separate laptops or hardware is required or system is required. We have on the same machine we have installed these things. Now next, for configuration infrastructure environment, by connecting each system each other, we can choose a bridge network. Who has used a VirtualBox, there is an option of the network settings. When you go to settings, there is a network. In the network you can choose a bridge network connection in the VirtualBox in the network setting, so the Kali Linux system and other operating system can communicate with each other through Wi-Fi. Means like whatever the Wi-Fi we have connected currently in the system or laptop or PC, that will be helpful to connect with the same network will be supplied to other machines and each other can be communicated easily. And also they automatically it will assign the local IP addresses. It's time to now what we have done, that is done. Now we have to install the required softwares and all. So what we have done is, first we have to start with TryBox voice server. So voice server is like a basically a GUI based application which we use for VoIP. So what we have done, we have downloaded that one, and now we have what we have done, log into the web interface of that TryBox, and this will show all details in voice server through the GUI base. We have installed that particular OS which I already explained, this one. Now after when we start, that IP address has been assigned, and when we open that IP address in the browser, it will look like that way. Okay, now create a voice user. Now we have to create a voice user, and first we have to create a user, register the user, assign the number like mobile number and other configuration setting. That's a basic setting which is required to perform this. So when you try, you will able to see. Just I am explaining one by one what I have done in that. Okay, we have created 3 user basically, and register these user and assign a number like a mobile number, like randomly mobile numbers, not exactly mobile number, just randomly one I have given. So like that way you can see in this screenshot there's a random mobile number. Now for a Windows operating system, Windows 7, what we have done, we have installed a web server which is a basically used for a web application databases. We have installed chat server, easy chat server, which and application used for chatting with the different employees in the same organization. FileZilla server to transfer the files over a FTP server. So you can download each. I think I have given the link, we can check out. Okay, so these are the link already. Refer download required application from these links and you can install. But little bit exploration is required from your side. You need to explore from yourself also, how can be installed, how if you face any troubleshooting you have to do that thing. Okay, so this is a file server, FileZilla server. It is used for file transfer, FTP over TLS, which is provided secure encrypted communication to the server. Now for a VoIP, to do how we can call to each one machine to other machine, so we use this particular application which is called particularly used as a soft phone. Okay, to call from one machine, like I have installed this in a Windows 7 and other maybe I have installed in some other machine, to call from one machine to other from one mobile number which we have created. If you can see the screenshot, like this mobile numbers from one machine to other machine, we can use that, like it is same as a mobile or a desk phone. Basically I am want to say desk phone to call from one machine to other machine. BadBlue server is a file sharing server for sharing photos. Like we have some sharing server is there, which is like in a big organization, to easily share the files or place on the server. This such server will be used basically to transfer files or all. It is not only for using the files, it is also used for photos, music, videos, business files in etc. to place some on particularly server where it will be as a store for future references. Now for Ubuntu system, what we have done, we are using a Devakota email server, which is used for IMAP or POP3 protocol in a Linux. And for VirtualBox, now these let me just highlight one point. You have to install this server by your own. Okay, I have given the mail link, but you have to find out that thing. Devakota, this is the link, but by your own you have to install this thing. Okay, how you to have to install? You have to search on the internet. And then why I'm not showing this one, it will help you to learn how these servers are installed, how this protocol has been configured, how these are like basically an infrastructure level, how these things will be work. So when you do your own, you will learn a lot from your side. So if you face any issue, please let us know in our blog comments. You can mention that thing. Okay, now VirtualOS network operating system, it is like we use VirtualOS for simple network management protocol SNMP as a network monitoring system. SNMP basically used for concept of communities with the authorization set of read only or a read write permission. So you need to little bit explore yourself what is SNMP first and how these things are working, basically what is the use of SNMP, how SNMP can be configured and all. So here what is the by default is like when we type a command on this particular server, so it shows service, so like services it will show the command. Okay, this is not a command, so then we have to use config file. So now the config file is like basically command is not s have to use. Okay, we have to use service, not services. So show services, and then it will show us that this much. Okay, now what is the current situation is community is a public and community public is read write. Okay, so if I already say read only, okay, permission, this is the authorization for the community public, and the public is authorization read write only. This permission has been given to, which is not a proper permission. It should be as a private, not a public. Okay, now for on the Linux based machine, Kali Linux machine, we have installed, as I already mentioned, the soft phone application to call from one machine to another machine. So this is the very basic setups I have quickly explained, not take too much time to each and every one. You have to explore, you have to research on it. You can come on our website, this website, and refer this link or download this links from like these application or software and install in such environment when you are creating that one. Now a few important points are mentioned below, which I want to explain you. We have installed Trybox in a virtual as already shown above. We use local network for VoIP calls and SIP protocols, and because SIP protocol is used in VoIP calls with the port number 5060 as a UDP protocol. So you will see this one by one later, but this is the first setup steps, so I am telling you, but all these in future blogs, or you can refer to our website and you can see all these things. We have installed EasyChat server chatting with the different users in the local network, which is running on a particular port 81 and use protocol HTTP in Windows 7 machine. We have installed WAM server for running website in a local network, which is running on a port 80 and use protocol HTTP. Okay, in Windows 7. We have installed BadBlue server for file sharing in a local network, which is run on a port 80 as well. So sometime when the both services are running on the same port number, then we have to stop one service and run other service. And user protocol HTTP, or other ways like we have to use other port number to run other service in the same Windows 7 machine, but sometime we need to stop, as I already mentioned, to run this one. So don't be confused if you are doing first time. So that's the problem. We have installed FileZilla server for file uploading and downloading. Like if you have run like when we are developing a website, in past what we have doing when we not use a CI/CD or such tools and all, like DevSecOps concept is not there. So what we are doing, like we have pushing that each application files or images on the server by using such FileZilla client, and then it will upload it on server. So but here is the concept, we are using FileZilla server. So we are placing the FileZilla server on that, we are uploading the files and downloading from that server or host with a running or port 21 user protocol FTP on Windows 7 machine. We have also installed this particular main server with the POP3 and IMAP mail server, which is running on a port 110 and user POP3 and 143 user protocol IMAP in a Ubuntu machine. We also install Squirrel Mail for a mail UI purpose or GUI purpose, which we can access through browser. We have started a simple network management protocol SNMP service for network monitoring, which is running on port 161 of a UDP and use a protocol SNMP in VirtualBox VM. We have started source shell service for a secure remote network access in VirtualBox. This runs on a particular port 161 of UDP. We have configured now for scanning purpose. In next vlog we will in future vlogs what we have to explain, like basically we have configured Nessus vulnerability scanner software, which is run on a particular port 8834, and this will scan our all ready-made which we have a setup, basically infrastructure. In that infrastructure, this particular tool will help to identify loopholes or vulnerability which are present on this infrastructure. Now you can refer this links and download required software. So what we have explained in this blog, we have shown what are the application and server used for creating infrastructure pen test. Okay, own lab setup, basically we are setting own lab setup. Now our lab is ready to start. Now starting working or penetration testing activity on these different services and protocol or environment in future vlogs. Now we have done for now in this vlog. I think it is already I think big vlog or extended the time as per the thing. Now what is, thanks for watching our vlog. Please contact us for any project related to vulnerability assessment and penetration testing as a service from our company, and protect your business from cyber attacks. Also please like our video, subscribe our YouTube channel, and this will really support our team to create a good content or spread cyber awareness to everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time.